So this is just a quick demonstration of how to get big time signatures into your MuseScore files for the conductor's copy of the score. You just have to install a plugin, and if you're not great with technology, don't worry, it's really easy. I do recommend doing this on a separate file than the one that you use to export your parts, so make sure that you save a copy first. So step 1, go to MuseScore's plugins page. I left a link in the description, or you can just Google it. And you can see it's right at the top. It's called Big Time. So open that page, open the GitHub link, and download it with this button here. Step 2, find your MuseScore file directory. So I'm on a Mac, so it's on my Documents folder, but there's a similar file path on Windows, which I've also linked in the description, which is the text version of this explanation. So find your MuseScore folder and then the plugins folder. Now find the QML file that you just downloaded and just drag it into the plugins folder. That's it, now it's installed. So next I'm going to open up a new MuseScore session and just throw in some random time signatures. Then I'm going to open my instruments menu and just click in a bunch of random instruments to fill up space on the page. Lovely. Now we have our beautiful score full of very normal instrument combinations. So now you want to go to the toolbar and click the plugins menu. I just realized you can't see it on the screen, but I promise it's there. And you can see Big Time should be on your menu. If it's not, you might have to go into your plugins manager and just enable it by ticking the checkbox. Now I'm just going to click in some random notes to fill up space on the page. And now it's time to convert the time signatures. So click on it to apply it. And now you can see we have these very beautiful looking squares all over our score, which we definitely want to keep. So these are just placeholder characters for the numbers that we're going to type. So let's type the numbers. And you can see that they're way too big. So you can go to the inspector menu and make the size smaller. And you can also change the line spacing to pull them closer together. Now these are still overlapping with the rest of the text, so we need some more space. So you just have to find your original time signature elements. They're still there, they're just transparent. If you look at the color tab, the opacity is all the way down. So you can't see them, but they're there. And you can still select them and just shift them up to the side, and that will increase the size of your bar. And then you can pull the big time signature back over to position it where you want it. I also personally like to change the font to Arial Narrow because it takes up less space. So now I'm just going to do the exact same thing for the other time signatures. You can see that the 12-8 is going to need a little more space because it's got 2 digits at the top, but the process is the exact same. Just shift that invisible time signature over. And now you can also copy paste it if you want it to go all the way down the page. Just make sure that you're not selecting the entire bar, so you shouldn't have the blue box. You're selecting the rest within the bar, so the rest should turn blue, not the whole bar. And that's it. It looks decent. Like I said, if you have parts, you probably want to make them on a different file because these big time signatures are going to transfer onto your parts, and then if you delete them from the parts, then they're going to get deleted from the score, and it's a whole headache. So if you want your score and your parts to be in the same file, you can just export them as separate files and then combine the PDFs. There's a big update coming to MuseScore soon, so hopefully this video won't be relevant for too much longer. But until then, this is the most efficient way to do it. There is actually one more method if you're interested that I'll leave linked in the description. It involves attaching images to frames on your score, but personally I find that to be more of a headache, and this is the easier way. Let me know if you have questions, but otherwise this should be pretty straightforward.